You are stranded. No phone, no map, no rescue coming. The only thing that matters now is where you are, because some places on this planet will kill you in hours, others in minutes. And one will kill you before you even understand what is happening. These are the 10 worst places on Earth to be stranded. Open ocean is number 8. That should tell you how terrifying number 1 is. Number 10. The Amazon rainforest. The jungle swallows you the moment you step inside. Green in every direction. No way out. You are surrounded by life. Trees, water, animals everywhere. Food growing in every direction. And you will still probably die. The Amazon covers 5.5 million square kilometers, an area larger than the entire European Union. The canopy above you is so thick that GPS signals cannot reach you. A rescue helicopter flying directly overhead cannot see you. You cannot walk in a straight line. The vegetation forces you to zigzag. After 3 hours of walking, you have moved 200 meters from where you started. Every scratch becomes infected within hours. The humidity is a factory for bacteria. A small cut on your hand becomes a swollen, pulsing wound by nightfall. Bullet ants, jaguars, anacondas, poison dart frogs, parasites that burrow into your skin while you sleep. At night, the jungle is pitch black. You hear everything. You see nothing. Something is always moving just outside your awareness. The rivers look like salvation. They are not. Piranhas, electric eels, caimans, kangaroo fish that swim into open wounds. Roughly 1,000 people die lost in this jungle every year, not because there is nothing here, because there is too much, and all of it wants a piece of you. Number 9. The Sahara. Sand. Nothing but sand, stretching past the horizon in every direction. 9.2 million square kilometers, the largest hot desert on Earth, bigger than the entire United States. During the day, the temperature hits 55 degrees Celsius. At night, it drops to near freezing. The swing alone can send your body into shock. Without water, you have about 36 hours. Your body loses a liter of sweat per hour. You are evaporating. Your lips crack within hours. Your tongue swells. By day 2, you stop sweating. That means your body has run out of water to lose. The sand looks flat, but it is not. Dunes shift constantly. Landmarks vanish overnight. People walk in circles for days without realizing it. The mirages start on day 1. Your brain sees water on the horizon. You walk toward it. It moves. You follow. You are walking deeper into the desert. Around 2,000 people go missing in the Sahara every year. Most are never found. The sand buries everything. Bones, clothes, vehicles, all of it, gone. In 2009, a group of migrants got lost crossing the Sahara between Niger and Libya. Rescue teams found their vehicle 2 months later, empty. The footprints leading away from the car split in 5 different directions. None of them led anywhere. Number 8. The open ocean. Water everywhere, and not a single drop you can drink. You are floating. No land in any direction. The water stretches to the horizon. It looks the same everywhere. You are surrounded by water and you will die of thirst. Drinking seawater accelerates dehydration. Your kidneys shut down within days. Hypothermia begins within hours. Even in tropical water, your body loses heat 25 times faster in water than in air. The Pacific Ocean alone is 165 million square kilometers, larger than all the land on Earth combined. A search plane at 500 feet can see roughly 25 square kilometers at a time. You are a speck on a planet that is 70% water. During the day, the sun reflects off the water and burns your skin from 2 directions: direct sunlight from above, reflected UV from below. At night, the darkness is total. No horizon, no reference point. You cannot tell which direction is up. Just black water and black sky merging into one. The psychological breakdown starts before the physical one. Isolation, hallucinations, the sound of waves becomes voices. You start talking back. And beneath you, something is always circling. Number 7. The interior of Antarctica. White, flat, endless. The coldest place on the planet. Not the coast, not where the penguins live. The interior. Hundreds of kilometers inland. Nothing but ice, wind, and white in every direction. The lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth was here, minus 89.2 degrees Celsius, at Vostok Station, in 1983. At that temperature, your exposed skin freezes in under 60 seconds. Frostbite begins on your face within minutes. Your lungs burn with every breath. There are no plants, no animals, no insects. In some areas, not even bacteria. This is one of the only places on Earth that is truly lifeless. You cannot build a fire. There is nothing to burn. You cannot build a shelter. There is nothing but ice, flat, endless, white. Antarctic storms reach 320 kilometers per hour. The wind chill pushes the effective temperature past minus 120. At that point, the cold is no longer cold. It is violence. Survival time without polar gear? Hours. Maybe 2. Maybe less. Number 6. The Skeleton Coast. Namibia. A graveyard of rusted ships. Desert on one side, ocean on the other. Nowhere to go. A 500-kilometer strip of desert coastline along the Atlantic Ocean. The indigenous Bushmen call it the land God made in anger. Portuguese sailors had a simpler name, the Gates of Hell. On one side, the Namib Desert, one of the oldest and driest deserts on Earth. On the other, the freezing Atlantic, filled with currents that drag you out to sea. The coastline is littered with the rusted skeletons of shipwrecks, hundreds of them. Sailors survived the crash, then died on the shore. Dense fog rolls in from the cold ocean current and blankets the coast. You cannot see 50 meters ahead. Navigation is impossible. There is no fresh water, no shade, no food, no roads, no settlements for hundreds of kilometers in any direction. You can see the ocean, but you cannot drink it. You can see land, but you cannot survive on it. You are trapped between two deserts, one made of sand, one made of salt water. Both will kill you. The Portuguese sailors who named this coast understood the cruelty perfectly. You survive a shipwreck, you reach the shore, you are alive. And then you realize that surviving was the worst possible outcome, because now you die slowly, on dry land, watching the ocean you cannot drink. Number 5. The Death Zone. Mount Everest. Anything above 8,000 meters. Above the clouds, above the tree line, above the point where human life can sustain itself. At this altitude, the oxygen level is 1/3 of what you breathe at sea level. Your body cannot sustain itself. It starts dying the moment you arrive. Your brain swells. Your lungs fill with fluid. Your muscles consume themselves for energy, because there is not enough oxygen to burn fat. Your thinking slows. Your vision blurs. You make decisions that seem logical but are suicidal. This is called summit fever, and it has killed hundreds. Helicopters cannot operate this high. The air is too thin for the rotors to generate lift. If you collapse here, nobody is coming to get you. Over 300 bodies remain on Everest. Many are still visible, frozen in the positions they died in. One is known as Green Boots, an Indian climber who died in 1996. He has been lying in his green Koflak boots in the same spot for 30 years. Every climber who summits walks past him. Some sit next to his body to rest. Then they stand up and keep climbing. Recovering a body from the death zone costs between $50,000 and $200,000. Most families cannot afford it, so the bodies stay, frozen, permanent, watching. Number 4. Snake Island, Brazil. A small green island off the coast. It looks beautiful from a distance. It is anything but. Real name, Ilha da Queimada Grande. A tiny island 33 kilometers off the coast of Sao Paulo. Visiting it is illegal. The Brazilian Navy enforces the ban. Only researchers with special permits are allowed on shore, and even they do not stay long. The reason? Between 2,000 and 4,000 golden lancehead vipers live on this island, one of the most venomous snakes on Earth. That is roughly 1 snake per square meter of ground. Every single step you take, you are within striking distance of a viper. Their venom contains a toxin that dissolves flesh around the bite. Without antivenom, the tissue around the wound begins to rot within minutes. There is no hospital on this island, no antivenom, no phone signal. 1 bite, and you are watching your own skin blacken. The island once had a lighthouse. A keeper and his family lived there. One night, snakes crawled in through the windows. They were found days later, covered in bites. The lighthouse has been automated ever since. The 1920s were the last time any human lived on this island. The snakes have had it to themselves for 100 years, and they are not expecting visitors. Researchers who have visited under armed escort describe walking across the rocks and watching dozens of snakes slither away from each footstep. You cannot sit down. You cannot lean against a tree. You cannot set down a backpack. Everything is a potential nest. At night, the snakes hunt birds in the trees above you. They drop from branches onto whatever is below. Number 3. North Sentinel Island, Bay of Bengal, India. A tropical island surrounded by turquoise water. It looks like paradise from the air. This island is roughly the size of Manhattan, covered in dense jungle, surrounded by coral reefs. It looks like paradise from the air. It is not paradise. It is home to the most isolated tribe on Earth. The Sentinelese have lived here for an estimated 60,000 years. They have zero contact with the modern world. No electricity, no metal tools, no written language. They have rejected every single attempt at contact. with arrows, with spears, with violence, for thousands of years. After the 2004 tsunami, the Indian government sent a helicopter to check on them. The Sentinelese shot arrows at the helicopter. In 2006, 2 Indian fishermen drifted too close to the island. Their boat washed ashore. The Sentinelese killed them both. The bodies were never recovered. In 2018, a 26-year-old American missionary named John Allen Chau paid fishermen to take him to the island. He wanted to convert the tribe to Christianity. On his first visit, they shot arrows at him. One arrow hit his waterproof Bible. He retreated. He went back the next day. They shot more arrows. Some laughed at him. He tried singing hymns from his kayak. On his third visit, he told the fishermen to leave without him. That was the last time anyone saw him alive. The fishermen watched from their boat as the Sentinelese dragged his body across the beach. The next morning, they saw it being buried in the sand. The Indian government attempted to recover his body. They sent boats. The Sentinelese gathered on the beach with weapons. The government gave up. His body is still on that island. If you wash up on this shore, yours will be too. In March 2025, an American YouTuber illegally landed on the island looking for content. He left behind a can of Diet Coke and some coconuts. He was arrested by Indian police. He was lucky. The Sentinelese were not on that section of the beach that day. Every other entry on this list tries to kill you with nature. This one tries to kill you with people. People who have been successfully killing outsiders for 60,000 years. Number 2. The Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. The landscape glows yellow and green. Toxic, volcanic, alien. This is not a place meant for life. National Geographic once called this the cruelest place on Earth. They were not exaggerating. The Danakil sits below sea level in northeastern Africa. Daily temperatures exceed 50 degrees Celsius. It is one of the hottest inhabited regions on Earth. But the heat is not the worst part. Active volcanoes dot the landscape. At night, lakes of molten lava glow orange against the dark. The ground itself is boiling. Sulfur springs release toxic clouds into the air. The landscape is bright yellow and green, beautiful from a photograph, lethal in person. The smell is hydrogen sulfide, rotten eggs. In low concentrations, it makes you gag. In high concentrations, it paralyzes your lungs. You stop breathing and you do not notice, because the gas also numbs your ability to detect that you have stopped breathing. The terrain sits on top of 3 tectonic plates pulling apart from each other. The earth beneath your feet is splitting open in real time. There is no fresh water, no shade, no vegetation, no rescue infrastructure within hundreds of kilometers. If the heat does not kill you, the gas will. If the gas does not kill you, the volcano will. And if you survive all 3, it does not matter. There is nothing to eat, nothing to drink, nothing to do except wait. The Afar people who live on the edges of the Danakil are among the toughest humans on Earth. They mine salt here by hand, in this heat, for generations. Even they do not go into the deepest parts. Even they have limits. And if their limit is deeper than yours, you are already dead. Number 1. The Dasht-e-Lut, the Lut Desert, Eastern Iran. The Dasht-e-Lut, the Lut Desert, Eastern Iran. This is the hottest place on Earth. Not the hottest city, not the hottest region, the hottest surface temperature ever recorded on this planet. 70.7 degrees Celsius, 159 degrees Fahrenheit, measured by NASA satellite in 2005. At that temperature, an egg cooks on the sand in minutes. Your shoes begin to soften. Your skin blisters on contact with the ground. The Lut is not flat like the Sahara. It has massive ridged formations carved by wind called yardangs. Some are hundreds of meters tall. They all look the same. You could walk for days and never find your way out because the landscape repeats endlessly in every direction. In Iran, a country full of deserts, the locals consider this place too hot to visit. When desert people avoid a desert, you should listen. But here's what makes the Lut different from every other place on this list. Nothing lives here. Not a plant, not an insect, not a lizard, not a bacterium. Scientists have confirmed that parts of the Lut Desert are completely abiotic. Zero biological life. It is the only place on Earth where this has been proven. The Amazon is dangerous because everything there wants to kill you. The Lut is dangerous because there is nothing. Nothing at all. No water to find, no food to hunt, no shade to shelter under, no insects to follow to a water source, no plants to indicate which direction has moisture. Every survival technique you have ever learned requires resources. Here, there are none. Your skills are useless. Your knowledge is useless. In every other place on this list, you can fight, build shelter, signal for help, outsmart the threat, Buy yourself time. Here, there is no threat to outsmart. There is just heat, silence, and sand that stretches past the horizon. The silence is the part that breaks people first. No wind, no birds, no insects, no sound at all. Just your own breathing and your own heartbeat. After a few hours, your brain starts inventing sounds to fill the void. You hear music, voices, engines. None of it is real. This is the loneliest death on Earth. Not because you are far from people, but because you are in a place where life itself decided not to exist. You are standing on the surface of another planet, except this one is on Earth, and nobody is coming. 10 places, 10 ways to die. The jungle kills you with abundance. The desert kills you with absence. The ocean kills you with patience. The mountain kills you with altitude. The island kills you with arrows. The coast kills you with false hope. The snakes kill you with venom. And the lut kills you with nothing. Absolutely nothing. The most terrifying place on Earth is not a place full of danger. It is a place where there is nothing at all.